Hey everybody, Dr. Harley here. For all my returning viewers, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Please click the like and subscribe button and the bell notification. This way you get notified every time I upload a video. Today's video is on wiring handlebars. Yep, today we're going to wire up some handlebars, actually T-bars, the easiest way to do it and the quickest way to do it. The T-bars that we got here, they were gloss black. The person who owns the bike didn't want them gloss black. He wants some satin black to go with the rest of his bike. So, thanks to JRD Restorations in Derby, Connecticut, they did a nice job for me getting them stripped and powder coated in the satin black. So, without further ado, I'm going to go over the parts that I use to wire up some handlebars. First thing you're going to need is I like to use beaded chain. I don't know if you can see it. But it's a beaded chain. Usually you can find them on dog tags, things like that. Next thing I like to use, I have some paracord. The shoelaces work. Make sure they're long enough to feed them through your bars. Another thing I like to use with that is some electrical tape and some zip ties. So let's get going. Let's get this out. So let me swing the camera over so we can see what we're doing. And there they are. Turn on the other light. This way everybody can see what's happening. Alright, so the beaded chain, I use this because it's flexible, it's got its own weight, and it will feed down into the handlebars quite simply. So what you want to do is the opening where the wires go, right inside of here. Oh, get this in view, right there. And I'm going to feed this down. It's going to come out the other end. And we're going to use this to fish our chain, our 550 or paracord out with. So wait till you see how easy this is done. And just made myself look kind of foolish here. But like I said, this is unedited. And as I make the mistakes, you'll see them. Alright, so let's try it from the bottom end this time. So I'm feeding this through, and there it is on the other end. Just like that. So I'm going to sit here and pull this cord through. I'm going to tie this into a square knot. Just like so, and we're going to pull on our beaded chain, and it came out. It happens, guys. This time I'm going to use a little bit of tape on there. We'll get this going. This is a quite simple process. Kind of let gravity help you and do its thing. Again, get the chain through, tie off a square knot here. What you can do, if this continues to give you a hard time, is you could use zip ties. But let's see if we can do it without using the zip ties. And there it is. Our pull string is through both ends. And this here is the clutch side. So we're going to use the clutch side. This is throttle. And here we go. Clutch side. Pretty simple. What I do is I wrap it around there a couple times. Take our electrical tape. Now sometimes these are so tight and hard to pull that I end up using zip ties to zip tie the pull cord to the wire harness. So here's hopes that we don't have to do that today. And what you want to do is, cut it. And here we go. We're going to start pulling it through. If it gets tight, you can always use a little bit of grease to pre-grease the cable to get it through. In this case, we don't need it today. But we're having a hard time getting this through on this end. Grab my glasses. There we go. Now I always say the clutch side is the easy side to do. And there we have it. There's the clutch side. Doesn't take long. Just got to have a little bit of patience. Especially when unwrapping your tape, trying to find the end. Now notice I didn't de-pin the bottom. The holes are large enough that you don't have to, so that's always a good thing. And now we'll do the other side. We're going to start going through the bottom. Hopefully the camera angle's picking all this up. I'm still learning how to use my camera. Oh, yeah, one important thing is when you're manipulating your new handlebars to get them wired up, it's always good to have a nice soft cloth down on the table you're working on. This way you don't take that much risk into scratching your new bars. Now, powder coat is pretty hard, and it takes a little bit to scratch them, but it can get scratched. And the last thing you want to do is scratch up your bars right away. So, all right, we're going to tie off again the square knot from the beaded chain to our shoelace or paracord that I'm using. Giving me a hard time. Usually this takes me about 10 minutes to do, but being on the camera tends to slow things down a little bit. Square knot turns into a real quick slip knot. And all right, let's pull it through. Pull it through. Like I said, this is simple. Really easy to do. They work on any type of bar you want to do. The hardest bars I found to wire are the meat hooks. But if you take your time, use a little bit of grease, like I said, to lubricate them, it'll get through. Z-bars are the most impossible bars to internal wire. Yes, it can be done, but they are impossible. Well, not really impossible because, you know, anything's possible, but man, they are the hardest to do. Not a fan of doing Z-bars or meat hooks, but I'll do them. I don't mind doing them. Meat hooks aren't really that bad, not that much of a pain in the neck, but just take a little bit more finesse. And cut. And pull. All right, guys. Now, take our time, feed it through, and then that'll be it for, you know, internal wiring our handlebars. You know, as you're pulling, you're feeding at the same time. So as I'm pulling on the shoestring, I'm feeding with my other hand. So it's like a push-pull, and here we go. You got it coming out the other end. Now this person chose, which I believe is a good idea, and I always recommend it to everybody, is whenever you upgrade your handlebars, you put on taller bars, or usually you put taller bars on, is you upgrade your bushings. This person chose to do that. They're a nice Delrin bushing instead of the plastic that was in there, or the rubber I should say. Plastic would be stiffer. There was some play in your handlebars. If you're wondering if your bars have play, it's simple. Grab your front brake and see how much play you have in your handlebars. You will get some, usually about, you know, quarter to half an inch, depending how tight your bars are at the clamp, at your riser clamp, or how loose they are. So, you know, just take your time. Yeah, see, this one's giving me a hard time where the last one did not. And there we go, we got it. It's coming along, coming out. There you have it. The bars are internally wired. Alrighty, let's get back over here. Alright. So that's it. The bars are internally wired. Take these off. I don't need to, you know, read or anything right now. But the bars are internally wired, and they're ready to go back on the bike. I'm going to do another video of the bike. I attempted to do one today, you know, trying to do the pause and pick up, was doing the upper and lower rocker boxes with the tappet blocks and the push rod tubes and the push rods. But I had some difficulties where the video didn't pick up, but the audio did. So, you know, I'm still learning how to use this equipment, still learning how to do this whole YouTube. So again, here's something different, you know, actually working on a bike. You know, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like to see more content like this, let me know in the comments. If you liked or disliked this comment, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know every time I upload a video. I'd really appreciate it. And hey, as always, live the best life you can and ride your bike.